Good afternoon and good evening, everyone. This is Financial Literacy 101. And for your stimulus update today, I have some really good news. But before I get to that, if you guys are not familiar with Super Chat or Super Stickers, it's a way that you can support my channel by many means, okay? Many means. $1, $2, $3, $4, but no pressure on you if you don't want to support. That's fine. You will still get great content. Now, the great news that I have for you is that the Democrats and Republicans are coming closer and closer to a deal. The one thing that they've actually agreed upon is that they have to the end of the week to come up with an agreement. That is the deadline. They say by the end of the week, we will have this done. So that is great news. That is great news for millions of Americans. Now, some other pertinent news that I know that you'll sound, it's good news in a sense, but for some of you, maybe just a little bit of bad news. Now, the Republicans have decreased unemployment down from 600 to 400, which is actually an increase of their initial offer of 200. Now, essentially, when they first proposed this, they said, no, we want to reduce unemployment down to $200 because the American people who are hurting, the American people who are about to work, the American people who are back on their bills actually don't need that much money. But now the Democrats are actually pushing back, and the White House that is Republican ran is saying, you know what, we can do $400. So that is really, really good news. And granted, they are coming to concessions. They're coming to agreements because now they're starting to trade papers across the negotiating table, which is closer and closer to a real and final bill. We understand that through this turmoil, through all these updates, they have been changing the act, but the HEALS Act is looking like it's getting closer and closer to become real. Thirdly, they have extended the federal eviction moratorium until mid-December. And what that simply means, if you have a federal loan, even for your apartment building, your condo, or your home, like Sallie Mae, Fannie Mae, any loans that are federally funded, you will be saved. Now, unfortunately, I haven't found any information for people who may have unconventional loans for their houses or their condos, or if you live in an apartment building that somehow they got some installment loan from a private investor. I don't know if you guys actually have protections, but I know those loans that are federal, when it comes to houses, condos, and apartments, you guys will be protected from being evicted up until mid-December. And roughly, they haven't got a permanent date, but I'm gonna think around anywhere from December 15th to December 17th. This is great news. Now, what I haven't heard is any information regarding the 101 million. This is crazy. 1.75 billion on the FBI building. Okay. But what they are proposing, the Republicans, is to give state and local governments 200 billion in funding. Now, their initial was to give state and local governments zero, nada, nothing, zilch. They wasn't going to try to do anything at all. But now they are proposing to giving state and local governments $200 billion to help their states to fight coronavirus, to help unemployment, and all other essential things for that state to run. This will actually help boost the economy. This is great news because guess what, ladies and gentlemen? They only have 2 days left. You can't even count today. You know, when you're waiting around for something like, well, I got today. No, today is almost over. So I have 2 more days. So they have until Friday, the end of the day. And no one knows how long Congress can stay open because believe me, they have stayed open way past 5, 6, 7, 8 o'clock. Sometimes you will hear that they're voting or they're looking at legislation all the way up until midnight. Okay, all the way up until midnight. So again, hopefully they agree, like they said they are, that the deadline is Friday and they will get this done and get this on the president's desk so he can sign this into law so we can start getting paid by August, by mid-August or the end of August for 330 million Americans, which probably roughly only 160, only 165 will receive that stimulus payments. Whether you're married at $2,400 or if you're single at $1,200, and whether if you're dependent is under the age of 17 or over the age of 17. If they are dependent, you should be receiving an additional $500. So hopefully hopefully this stimulus update has gave you some sort of that feeling right there, like we're getting close. I can feel support coming in the near future, and hopefully we get that. This is a shout out to Jermaine Anderson, Nolan Baptiste. Thank you guys for joining me today. You guys have a great and wonderful day. If you need any other information, check the description below. Give this video a thumbs up, like, and subscribe. This is Financial Literacy 101. Learn money and be inspired. And just want to let them Republicans and Democrats know we coming for the bag. I'm out. I was kidding, guys.